No, ¿qué lo está grabando? Déjame ver.
¿Qué pasó?
Déjame ver que tú estás grabando, déjame ver.
Bleeding. This guy's beating me for no reason, man. Look, this guy's beating me for no reason. He's beating me for no... Look, man. Look. I'm bleeding for no reason.
So my journey began in Punta Cana. In Punta Cana, I spent some like 2 weeks in Punta Cana. Then I went to Boca Chica. Then from Boca Chica, I went to Santo Domingo, which is the capital. From Santo Domingo, I went to Haiti for 1 week. I came back to Santo Domingo. Then from Santo Domingo, I went to Santiago de los Caballeros. From Santiago, actually, which is the second biggest city. Then from Santiago, I went further north to Sosua and Puerto Plata. So basically, it's like I traveled nearly, I think 70% of the big cities of Dominican Republic. The majority of people, as long as you're black, they see you as Haitian. Haitian means you are from Haiti. I should give you a brief history. This is Dominican Republic and this is Haiti. All of it combined together is one island. It's one island. But in this island, it's divided into two. And we have Dominican Republic and we have Haiti. Haiti, everybody who lives, not everybody, 95% from the research I've done is black. And Dominican Republic, it's a mixed nation. Mixed, I mean it has white, black, mix, you know, mix like black and white mix, you know what I mean by mix. There's this one big city is called Santiago de los Caballeros. Actually, I would say if you're black, don't go. I mean it, don't go. I repeat again, don't go. Many people there, many people hate black people. Even if the same people are black. It's funny because all they have maybe could be smooth hair and maybe some light tone on their skin, just light a tone, you know, like nearly like here, and they'll consider themselves white.
You want to be with her?
No, I don't even like her. I like white girls. I just hit her. That's it. Gotta be honest. I like white girls with pretty eyes. If you see them, they're not white.
Everywhere I went, people gave me dirty looks. They were like, as long as at first I didn't introduce myself as a foreigner, as long as I just walked in a place just like this without talking to anybody, people gave me dirty looks. But once I spoke, people changed their attitude towards me. And people called me Moreno everywhere I went. Why? Because I realized when they say Moreno, it makes it more calm, you know, like easy, like it's like a good way to call you. But in real sense, I realized actually that word, they use it because they know if they say negro, which is directly, negro means black in Spanish. I speak Spanish, yo hablo español. So they realize if they say negro, it's really hard on you. So they say moreno to make things, you know, look like smooth, soft, like they are very friendly. But in essence, it isn't. They use that word just to pretend like they care, but they really don't. If I spoke Spanish, number one, they thought I'm Haitian, and they hate Haitian. They hate, I'm telling you, they hate Haitian. They thought I'm Haitian, and they hated me too. Even in the bus station, in the Caribbean bus station, you'll see segregation is right there. You'll see like black sit there, black they sit on their corner, white people sit the other side. I mean like Dominican. Haitians in Dominican Republic, actually they are viewed as dogs. Let me just use that.
As Haiti's political future hangs in the balance, the neighboring Dominican Republic is cracking down on undocumented Haitians, rounding them up and sending them back to their country. They treat us like dogs, this man told us after he was released, adding we were detained since yesterday with no food, nothing.
This is the fourth truck that we've seen here in just the past 4 hours. This is a scene that happens every day here at the border.
Earlier in the day, this woman collapsed as she was being taken off an overcrowded immigration truck. Haitian-American Dana Josephs happened to be driving by. put her in the back of his truck and rushed her to the hospital.
It could be my family, but even though I don't even know her. So this is my car that I have to use just to save her life. I'll do it.
These scenes at the border comes at a moment of desperation for Haiti.
Cuidado, ¿qué es lo que tú estás grabando? Déjame ver. ¿Qué pasó? Déjame ver que tú estás grabando, déjame ver.
Bleeding. This guy's beating me for no reason, man. Look, this guy's beating me for no reason. He's beating me for no... Look, man. Look. I'm bleeding for no reason. Man, I'm gonna sue you. I swear I'm gonna sue you. You don't even know who I am. Man, look, I'm bleeding, man.
A guy with no uniform actually came to me and said, hey, what are you filming? So I had my GoPro like this. And I looked at this guy, I thought he's just a civilian who wants to rob my camera actually. So I held my camera like this, you know, and he pulled me and he pushed me, and the other guy was there, and they were harassing me on the street, not like harassing me, you know how they hold you and they put you like this. And they were actually municipal police right there. There were like 4 cars. So all of them came with guns, with everything. They started like pushing me, telling me, you keep quiet, pulling my cameras, pulling my bag, pulling everything. So me, I just chilled, you know. So I went inside the car. So inside the car, this guy started asking me. So, you know, even they have not told me my problem. You know, they have not told me what have I done wrong. They have not told me what law I've broken or anything. This happened in Dominican Republic.
Delete that tray. I have to put in my computer. El jean que yo
They checked my bag, they got my big camera, which I'm filming right now, Canon 70D. They got this guy checked, and he was like, no, this guy is just a photographer, he's doing his own thing, just let him go. But the other guys were like, no, we have, I don't know if they talked, because I didn't understand what they were saying, because they were talking very fast, and they said, so we're gonna take him to the station. And they tried talking to me in Spanish. I didn't speak Spanish at that time. I couldn't speak Spanish, because I knew if I spoke Spanish, they may bring many conspiracies, which even, so I spoke English 100%. 2 other guys came from the other car, and they were like, where is that guy who we arrested? Where is that guy? And the other police told him, this guy has nothing, man, just let him go. Some 2 guys insisted, one guy with a gun, actually a long gun, and with a uniform, and one guy who is a civilian. So they pushed me, and they were like, we're gonna take you inside there. And actually they were, you know how like how people arrest people like Osama bin Laden? You know how like they tight you, they hold you here, and another one is holding you here. Man, it was like that, man. My GoPro, so I had it in my hand, and I started filming. And actually I didn't film the slap because I didn't know it was coming, you know? And that's the time I filmed and told him, you know what, I know my rights, I'm gonna sue you. And I pointed the camera towards him, and I showed, there were ladies in the room, I showed them, why is he beating me? And that's the time the guy disappeared. Then he came back after a minute when I was making noise, you know, I was like really shouting, telling him, you can't do this to me, you can't, like I know my rights. And I was holding my camera like it was everything. So when they realized that, other people came and they were like, why did you beat him? So they were asking the guy, why did you beat him? And that's when the guy felt so cold. And one of them told me, you know what, you just need to leave, just go. We don't need you here, just go. And that's how I got released.
A lot of people consider that they're not racist in the Dominican Republic, and it's like, come on, we're just really delusional, you know? Like, the whole non-racism things is like, it's true, we grew up with the no dañe la familia, meaning don't ruin the family, like don't bring somebody dark skin, or don't bring somebody with bad hair, or don't, and it's like, what kind of we need therapy as Dominicans need therapy. We all need therapy, like from the smallest to the biggest, and we need to drop all them traumas that we have from the back then. I'm gonna be honest with you. My first relationship, I was very naive, and I feel like I wasn't a New Yorker. I was a Dominican in my first relationship. Like I thought very much like the people from the 60s, like my mom and my pops, you know, because that's who I was raised like. I feel like we need to drop those thoughts from the 60s and the 50s. At the end of the day, Haitians freed our island.
And Marwa from Kenya, and one of the craziest experiences he ever had in the Dominican Republic. Now, Marwa, that man is a walking adventure. He's been to more countries than I've been to grocery stores. Always smiling, always vlogging, always saying, guys, let's explore the world. So one day, he's walking around in the city of Santiago, Dominican Republic, just doing his thing, holding his GoPro, filming the vibes, you know? The guy could make a brick wall smile. And then out of nowhere, boom, this random man with no uniform comes running up yelling in Spanish, "Oye, what are you filming?" Now Marwa's looking around like, who, me? Before he can even respond, the guy grabs him. Just grabs him like he's a handbag at a discount sale. And remember, Marwa's just filming the streets, not breaking into Fort Knox. Then suddenly, 4 municipal police cars show up. I'm talking full squad, like they're about to arrest a terrorist or drug cartel. They start pushing him, pulling his bag, trying to snatch his camera, shouting in Spanish. And Marwa's just there like, my brother? What is going on? I'm just a YouTuber. So they throw him into the police car. He still has no clue what he's done wrong. He decides to play smart. When they start yelling in Spanish, he answers only in English. They drive him to the station like he's public enemy number 1. When they get there, Marwa's thinking maybe they'll check his footage, realize he's harmless, and let him go. But no, as soon as they reach the entrance, one short officer jumps out of nowhere and slaps him. Just like that, out of nowhere, bam! The man didn't even introduce himself first. I said, Lord, he didn't slap him. He installed a new ringtone in his ear. Marwa said he was shocked, like, what did I do? Why are you beating me? He starts bleeding, but instead of fighting, he starts filming everything. Look, this guy hit me for no reason. That's when everyone suddenly starts pretending they care. The female officers rush over like, oh no, why did you hit him? The guy mumbles, the room gets awkward, and then they just tell Marwa, you can go. Back in 2012, I had a neighbor, a Haitian woman who grew up in the Dominican Republic in the 80s and 90s. Her story was heavy, man. She told me, we grew up being called Moreno. Now, Moreno in English means dark-skinned or brown, but the way they used it, it carried the same sting as the word Negro back in the Jim Crow days of the U.S. It wasn't just a description. It was an insult, a label that said, you're less. She said in high school, the Dominican kids would bully her, call her names, accuse her of stealing things she never touched, or whisper that her family practiced voodoo. You know how people love to fear what they don't understand. Her mom worked as a domestic maid for Dominican families, cleaning, cooking, doing everything. And sometimes those same people she served with love and respect would turn around and give her expired food or call her names behind her back. And it got worse during Christmas. Every year, they'd visit their relatives near the border between the Dominican Republic and Haiti. And that border, she said, was like a scar on the island. She told me that sometimes when they crossed, the police would point guns at them, demand papers, threaten to send them back. Imagine that, being born on the same island and still being treated like a foreigner in your own home. When she told me that story, I thought she was exaggerating. I mean, this is the 21st century. But then, years later, hearing what happened to Marwa, it was like history repeating itself, just with a GoPro instead of school books. See, the Dominican Republic and Haiti share the same island, but they've been divided for centuries. The French colonized one side, the Spanish the other, and both left behind their favorite souvenir, racism. The Dominicans were told they were different, better, not black, and the Haitians were left to bear the label of Africa's children. And so you get this twisted situation where one half of the island tries to erase its blackness while the other embraces it. It's sad. Like watching cousins fight because someone told them their skin shades decide who's family. Now, growing up in America, I saw my share of segregation too. Different water fountains, different schools, white this and colored that. My grandma used to tell me stories that made my blood boil. So, when I see this same kind of thing happening between people who literally share the same soil, it hurts because it's the same poison.
Sorry guys, but some of you guys be like, I know black, I know black, I know black. Imposible, I know black. I'm Dominican, I'm Puerto Rican, I know black. Be looking just like me. Be having the same hair. I be touching it like, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same, papi. It's not the same. They try to salsa that shit off. I be like, no, it's not the same. I know black. Negro nunca, nunca. I know no, nunca. I know black. I'm like, no, you black. No. I know black. Dominica. I go, I know, but you're black. No, papi. I know black. No, black. And I have a video with a plantain in my Instagram.
What's up, everybody? You see this yellow banana in my hand? This is called a plantain. For all you Caribbean people, all you Dominican Republic people, Puerto Rico, any of you, if you have this in your food, if you are eating a plantain, you are an African. Do you understand me? I don't care whether you're Spanish African, French African, you are African. Whether you like it or not, whether you try to deny your Africanness, if this is in your diet, okay, a big yellow banana, listen, even a green one, you are an African. So you better recognize, okay? Plantain, banan, dodo, whatever, plátano, tostone, you are a fucking African. So you better respect it, huh? You are black, there's nothing you can do.
What I meant was you have African heritage. There's African blood. Do you know it was mainly Dominican men that said, we're not Africans? I go, did you get the joke? You have African blood in you. First of all, when I was in the Dominican Republic, my friend, white dude said, man, I feel like I'm in Little Africa. I said, look at all these black people, you know? And it was like, look at my Instagram, and I have it. I'm holding a beat up ripe plantain, and I said, if you have this in your diet, you have African, you're an African. All the Spanish people were mad as shit. The Puerto Ricans kind of held their own. They know they had African blood, but a lot of them motherfuckers didn't get it. And they said I was separating them from their culture. I'm like, I don't get, what? Anyway.